Hey, what is going on, everybody? You already know it is Wednesday. It is prime time. It is 9:30 p.m. And Dave, how are you feeling? It's been so long since I've seen you in person, brother. How you feeling?
Oh my God, it's been forever.
I know, man. What a weekend we had. That's correct. What a weekend we had, right?
We had a great time. Pittsburgh was
Oh,
fun.
man, I tell you, man. Everybody doesn't believe, but I have a twin brother out there. He's Mr. Fuji, and I know you and him have a little beef going on. But
Yeah, I'm
I,
not happy with him right now.
I don't know what you did with my cousin. I don't know where he's at. He's texting me, but for some reason, his location's off, and I can't even speak to him. His text, I can't read Japanese anymore, so I don't know what the hell you guys' beef are. But hey, man, you and I are fine. It's Cowboy Nation. It's 215 boys in the house. Dave, listen, football is back. Dave,
It's amazing.
it,
It came so fast. I mean, I
it's
look up and we're in training camp already. What's going on here?
it's crazy. We've been a week in training camp. We're seeing all these accounts out there saying, this person's looking good, that person's looking bad. But we'll get into all that next. What we're talking about tonight. But next week we're going to clear the air because we have a guest coming on next week, Rudy Reyes from Rude Dog Radio, who's
Very nice.
actually at training camp watching 24/7 Dallas Cowboy training.
Wow, he's covering it all out there, huh? Wow.
Yes, so we are going to get in-depth coverage from someone that's out there. Good friend of mine, Rudy Reyes from Rude Dog Radio. He'll be hopping on next week to give us the yes, no's, rumors, truth of Dallas Cowboy football next week, Dave.
I've seen a lot of highlights of training camp.
Yeah,
I kind of like what I see, and then some things I don't like what I see, and there's just different things that we definitely a guy that definitely we need, and now I'm surprised he's not at camp yet. So
yeah,
I'll
we will
just say
definitely
that.
talk about it. That's one of the hot topics. But Dave, real quick, before you get Dallas Cowboy, listen, tomorrow night we have a Hall of Fame game. Of course, we're not going to see Rodgers. Of course, we're not going to see anyone play. But
No,
I mean, it's football, Dave. You can hear the
this is
pads.
the Hall of Fame third string game, if you want to call it that.
You're right about that, Dave. But when we're out of football for almost 6 months, you crave those pads hitting. So I'm probably definitely going to be watching it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I can put a bet on the game saying the best bet in the world is going to be a kickoff, into the end zone.
Right.
But
That's the kind of game where you're like, you're not going to see any starters. We know that for a fact.
no, exactly.
You
You're
know,
not going to
it's
see
gonna.
anything.
This is their third string to shine. I mean, these guys got to show what they're about. You
Yeah,
know.
and not only even that, Dave. I don't think you can make the team. I don't think you can really take any judgment on a week Hall of Fame game because you've been in camp for what 5 days, 6 days total.
Yeah,
You really haven't even put on pads yet, Dave. It's just like going out 6 months, sitting on the street and coming in playing a game, and you're putting on pads the first time. You're going to be rusty. I
mm,
can't take anything from game one, but hey, it's football, Dave. It's football.
people are really excited about football being back, and it's so early to me. I mean, it's still early August.
But Dave, there is one great thing about the game, Hall of Fame. I mean, Hall of Fame. We talk Canton, Ohio.
Yeah,
Marcus Ware goes in this year, Dave.
yeah, good for him. I'm so happy for him. Is he going in as a Cowboy or a Bronco? Do we know?
Oh, he has to go into Dallas Cowboy, Dave. He's already said
I mean,
that.
he won the Super Bowl with the Broncos. So my point being
Yeah,
is,
but you know what, Dave? I mean, you know what? They rented DeMarcus Ware from us. All his time, his
mhm,
sacks, his accomplishments, everything that he's ever done
mhm.
has been with the Dallas Cowboys. So
Yeah, I'm
listen,
sure it'd be a Cowboy. That's fine. And actually there was a video of him walking into Jerry's office and Jerry giving him a
exactly.
huge hug. Yeah, he's
Mhm.
like, knock knock, anybody home? And Jerry's like, I think it surprised Jerry. I don't think he saw
It
that coming.
it
So.
did. I mean, to me, there's certain Dallas Cowboy players that I could only see, in a Dallas Cowboy uniform. And to me,
Mhm.
one of them left me a long time ago. Well, actually, two of them left me in my career. I'm still pissed off about it. I'm very hatred about it. Number one is the legend, Emmitt Smith, of course, go San
Yeah,
Francisco. And that hurt me, Dave. That really hurt me a lot.
it
Was
hurt
that
me too, but we knew Emmett's career was pretty much done at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it was a move that had to be made, Dave. I understand that, but when you see a legend like 22 carrying that rock for us for years and years, through it all, beginning to end, giving us three state championships, we were
I mean,
blessed to
three
see that.
Super Bowls with Emmett. What more can you ask for?
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
what
I
hurt me
mean,
the most. And the other one was my all-time favorite player, Jason Witten, when he went to the Raiders.
you knew his career was done at that point.
It it was, Dave, but listen, this like okay, I'm going to reference something to like a Michael Jordan day. When of course Michael Jordan's a different animal. He's the goat. We know that. But when you
Mhm.
when you hang something up and you go and you come back to a different team, there's a time where to like actually okay, my game is not 100%. It's time to walk away. At that point, that's when I felt Witten knew he was on his downfall when he went to the Raiders.
Yeah, but when his best days were with Romo, we all know that.
Oh,
I
of course,
mean,
the BFF connection. Of course,
and
anybody was.
and the catch of all the catches he's made in the NFL and his career. The best catch was when he got hit by the two Eagles, lost his helmet, and kept going. Yeah, that catch will never die.
Yeah, that's gonna be a highlight film.
If you go into the Star down in Dallas, which I've been there before, there's a huge poster or picture of that catch of him inside the Star. It's amazing.
I mean, that's one of the photos, Dave, that you sit back and you remember. Like, I'm 50. You're near my damn age, Dave. You're gonna be there in a couple of years. But when you get, we get to that age where we're sitting up. You come next time we go to a trip, we're gonna sit in our rocking chair this time out back, and remember the memories. We can always remember that one catch of Jason Witten. The helmet falling off. The holding the ball like this, and he's still running, the blood dripping. That is, to me, that's what Jason Witten was about. But hey, congratulations to Marcus Ware. It's an honor watching you play. So congratulations on the HOF.
It's amazing. You look at Jason Witten's career. How many winning games did he have against the Eagles? It's like
he's had a great career. He's had one of the greatest careers ever.
How about the one that Dak threw to him against the Eagles at home?
In the back of the end zone.
Yeah, back of the end zone. Yeah,
that's the one where Dak was actually scrambling. It was like an 8-second play where he Witten is like, okay, I know what to do. I'm going to go left here and just call for the ball, and he's right there.
Witten was wide open.
Yep, he was. But Dave, hey, listen, man. I talked to Rudy, and Rudy said there was a different atmosphere at camp this year. That's what he's saying out there. With the Kellen Moore day is gone, a new regime's coming in. I know we hear that about. Steve said about Washington camp being a new atmosphere, that Dan Snyder's gone, the Harris Foundation is in now with Magic Johnson. But Dallas has that kind of same regime this year where they're feeling a different kind of atmosphere where, okay, Kellen Moore is gone. The players are coming back. The core is coming back. Added a couple pieces of players. Dave, you mentioned earlier backstage that the atmosphere is there. Now it's a camp where I'm going to test you. You test me. And we've seen that just like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this Dak situation before we get into Dak, but let's talk about Dak and Diggs. What did we talk about?
Yeah, I keep hearing there was a little dissension between those two. Diggs got a little upset. He called him a couple bad names there.
Yeah, I think one started with a ditch, wasn't it? I think he said Dak was in a ditch, or it was rhymed with ditch or something like that,
something like that. He called him a couple, not, I don't want to say it online.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like I said, dissension's good at camp because that makes you play better. I mean, because a lot of times you could, if you and a teammate, your teammate's off the field, your teammate's on the field.
Sure.
But when it's time to go to war, I mean, if you're defense, I'm offense. I got to do my thing. You got to do your thing. It's part of the game. You know?
It goes back to, if you remember Amari Cooper when he was with the Cowboys and Diggs, it was first year. Do you remember the little battle they had where it was like,
I do.
You can't guard me. You suck. You're this. You're that. You ain't that good. Well, that was a great year for Diggs too, because that was his rookie year too, and that makes you better. Iron sharpens iron when you go against the best, and vice versa. Hey, what better way? I mean, yes, you're going to have fights in training camp. You're not banging on anybody else right now. You're banging on, you're a 7-on-7, you're 11-on-11. But to me, it makes us better, and I like that, having your best corner out there going against your quarterback, saying, you're this, you're that, you suck.
It's definitely the heat of the moment too, because when you're in battle, your energy's so high, and you just want to play. You just play to your potential and know how good you are.
Exactly.
And it's just things happen, and like I said, they'll never be on the field together. So what does it matter? I mean, Dak's on offense and Diggs on defense, so they'll never see each other.
No, I mean, I think it's a great thing because. When you're going against a corner like that, of course, we picked up Stephon Gilmore this year in the offseason, which is great.
What a great pickup. I don't care what anybody says. He still has it. He can still play.
No, he's a great pickup. I mean, he still has it. He's a veteran on the field, which is going to help our defense out as a lot.
I love that. I love that. I mean, that's the knowledge on the field that he has.
Exactly. It's a great pickup. And I love it because if you go Gilmore's way, of course, you're going against maybe a top, 15 corners still in the league. You go against Diggs. I'll put him top 6, top 7 in the league right now to me.
I agree.
But that makes Dak better.
No doubt. And Dak looks thick, man. He looks real. I mean, we had a little scared the other day with Mr. Parsons going after his legs. I saw a play there. I was like, "What are you doing? Don't kill our quarterback."
But you know what? You know what? That's Parsons, man. If he's on the ground and he has a hand to put on you, he's going to put a hand on you somewhere.
He's a machine. This kid. mentality. He wants to go. He wants it. You just know he wants it.
I mean, that's his DNA, Dave. That's his DNA. We know, Parsons is a fundamental motor, a motor of all. He's going to give you everything he has on every play, and he's not going to stop until the third whistle's blown, basically. So that's his DNA. You can't knock him for that. But I understand. It's a quarterback. It's a franchise player. I wouldn't want to see a blindside hit on Parsons either. You know what I mean? Vice versa. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I was saying back to Dak. I mean, Dak looks. I saw a couple of things that he threw, but for the most part, he looks great. I mean, he really does.
He's a lot thicker, Dave. He's a lot thicker. I mean, he didn't have any body fat on him before. God, but like now he looks like Tony Atlas back in the day, one of like the bodybuilders back then. I mean, he's really thick, and it shows me that he's putting the work on the off season. We looked at Jalen Hurts last year. Look how thick he got.
Well, it's a lot of pressure on a quarterback. I mean, especially when you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. You have to be in the best shape of your life.
Well, not only that, I mean, you're in the limelight too. I mean, everything affects you. You have a booger on your nose. The world's going to talk about it. You know what I mean? With Dallas Cowboys, that's very simple.
You got that right, especially I mean, it's Dak. Hey,
there's Joe Sullivan checking in. There's one of our little people that came to our trip up in Pittsburgh. Joe, what's going on?
Haven't seen you in a long time, Saul. What's going on, buddy?
Yes. Joe Sullivan, you can check out on Tuesday nights with Dave Yarnell, Extra Innings, and also on Monday night, Sully Squad, 6 p.m. So
check out that Sully Squad 6 p.m. They got it going on over there.
Now you know what, we're gonna go off the topic here because you know how we roll here. If a topic comes in, we will talk about it. Now Joe asked a great question here. You guys are gonna sign a running back, but Dave, before we talk about that real quick, let me just put this banner up here because this was one of the banners, but we will jump ahead, Dave. Let's talk about this one first.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Let's talk about this first, Dave. Okay, we lose Zeke, which is very, pocket friendly. We had to cut him $14 million a year. Mm-hmm. I understand that, for what he gave us. But Dave, let's talk about this. We go out, we get Ronald Jones, 1 year, $1.2 million. A great pickup, on the field. We thought as a backup to Tony Pollard, especially being with the injury coming back. But Dave, not even in camp yet. Suspended 2 games.
Yeah, the guy brings meds and he's suspended. I don't get it.
My man likes to smoke a little bit of herb out there, So hey, listen, thinking maybe you're a veteran, you might not get tested in training camp, but buddy, you got hit. Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, it's. I mean, granted, it's only 2 games.
Dave, but think about what you just said. It's the first 2 games. Yes, I understand it. It doesn't count preseason; it counts regular season games. So that's the Giants, and week 2, I didn't even look at the schedule.
Giants, Jets.
2 strong games, Dave. 2 strong games there. But Dave, think about this. We've seen with Gallup coming back last year. We've seen him coming back last year. He wasn't ready yet. So we relied this year a lot on Ronald Jones for those first 2-3 games. Now he's gone. Joe brings up that great question. What the hell do we do?
Rico!
Yeah, you know what the banner says up there, Dave, right under the S there.
It's Rico time!
Dave, Dave, I don't know if you have ESP or like whatever the hell it's called here, telekinesis, where you've seen this and we put where's Rico? I guess week 1 we will be saying where's Rico?
Rico, get that touchdown and I'll be and that bet is up.
Dave, I still hold my own. I will. If he scores a record, God, it might happen now. If he scores,
it's Rico time, baby.
If he scores a touchdown, I will be the only son of a bitch in the world to actually have a Rico down jersey. Okay, I will be the. Only
I keep hearing Zeke's name every so often. I don't think he's going to bring him back. I just don't.
But Dave, let's talk about that. The answer to Joe's question here. It kind of makes sense to me now because you think about it, Dave. We're in week 1 of not preseason, but OTA's training camp here. He hasn't been signed yet. He's been looked at by the Patriots. The Jets have been talking.
Well, actually, he went to New England and talked to him, but nothing came about it.
But you know what? Maybe that's a good thing on our part, Dave. He's out there saying, "Well, you know what? I went to Burger King. I couldn't get a job. I went to McDonald's. I couldn't get a job. Well, I guess
let's go to Wendy's.
Hey, I might as well go back to Dallas and get a job. I can get
might as well. I mean,
wage.
I mean, even if it's for a cheap deal, why not? I
mean, you know what? He doesn't have to be the role player. He knows the offense. He understands Dak, his best friend. He knows this all line. So why not come back on a cap friendly deal for us? A 1-year deal. Pans out. It pans out. Hey, listen,
right.
Showcase it. Pollard might be out for 2 weeks. Zeke, come in, run the damn ball, show us what you have. And you know what? Hey, if it's an audition, whatever, There you go. Now you have audition tape. Zeke still has it. Why not, Dave?
Right. Hey, it can't hurt. Like
It can't
it
hurt.
doesn't hurt. No,
But it has to be a
not at
friendly
all.
move. It has to be a
I
friendly
agree.
move, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. Suspensions already, Dave. Hey, welcome to Cowboys Nation, right?
Oh, it happens all over the league. I mean,
Very true.
they're looking. I mean, not just Dallas. I mean, it happens all over. Everybody does the same thing. Oh, I saw Aaron Rodgers throw an interception this morning at camp. So I don't want to hear anything about Dak throwing picks. So
yeah, well, we'll talk about that next week when Rudy hops on, because there's a lot of speculation of the picks, what people want you to see versus what really is going on at camp.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you're going to see the negatives, but let's talk about those 9 other positives out of the 10 plays as well.
Well, actually, back to the Ronald Jones thing. I'm excited about him. I think he could be really. This could be a new thing for him this year. I really do.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, he's a good back still. He has a lot left in the tank. Definitely does. But my thing is like, hey, listen, right now you're learning a new offense. Every person on his team is learning the Mike McCarthy offense. A different verbiage, as Jerry Jones said as well, as Dak said as well. It's a different verbiage. You're coming from Tampa Bay. It's a different verbiage down there. Coming here, it's a different verbiage. So you're out. You can't even be on the field right now, Dave. You can't even be. You have your playbook sitting at home. Okay, that's all you're doing. Right.
I mean, he can practice with him. He just can't play.
He can't get in there. He can't get in there and do really anything. So this is the best time. This is the worst time actually to be suspended.
Oh, just stay in shape.
True.
Keep doing what you're doing.
So what do we do? Do we ride out? Do we just ride with Malik Jones, Dave, to answer Joe's question?
I think Malik Jones. Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. Enrico. Yeah, I if they bring Zeke back, that's great too. I mean, it's.
But Dave, let's get into this next topic. I didn't make a banner for this one, but I sent you something, and I think I sent it personally to you. Deuce Vaughn.
I'm excited.
How quick is that dude in that video I sent you?
This kid's the real deal. I mean, Kansas State, right? Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this kid's the real deal. I'm very excited. Fast as all can get, man. He reminds me a lot of Westbrook. Brian Westbrook, did you see a similar?
I honestly think that Deuce Vaughn's a lot faster than him. I compare him to a Darren Sproles, actually.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's even better. Yeah, okay.
But that video, Dave, I mean, I was looking at it, and I was talking to Rudy about it as well. He's like, this kid is quick. They're going to install a couple packages, for him. And the other guy I want to talk about, Turpin, as well. They both have roles in this offense this year. Turpin's out there in the wide receiver slot next to CD, and Deuce Vaughn is in there on a swing pass. And that catch, I swear to God, I thought the guy broke his ankles trying to catch him. He's quick.
He's so fast.
He's so fast.
Once he's on the run, it's going to be tough to get him. That's for sure.
It is, and especially if this O-line is healthy, which we'll get into next. If they're healthy, this guy is 5'5", Dave. You can hide. You can hide back there, and a scat back coming out of that backfield. I think this is going to be something that could be very scary with this little swing pass or a check down. It really could.
Is Turpin still going to be our kick returner or punt returner?
I was looking at it. They're actually Turpin is still the kick returner is number one, and they have Lamb as well written in. But I think it's going to be a combination of Deuce Vaughn and Turpin as well. I
think so. Didn't Turpin just have? I think his wife just had a baby. If I just read that right.
I don't know. All I know was yesterday was his actual birthday, Turpin.
Yeah, that too. But he actually, I think I've read this. If I may have been wrong, but they said he was excused from practice because his wife had a baby.
Okay, well that's fine. Hey, listen, as long as you're in the offensive play calling there, I don't mind how many babies you have. But
I think it was Turpin. I'm pretty sure it was Turpin.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
Mm-hmm. But Dave, there is something I want to talk about with this. We've already talked about Turpin here. Where do you see him fitting in the offense? Because I'm seeing a lot of plays, where he's playing wide receiver and he's making catches. And when he has 3 or 4 wide on the field, Dave, someone is going to be wide open. And a person that can get open on his own is Turpin with that speed. I'm
sure McCarthy has a lot of plays in his playbook for Turpin. I wouldn't be surprised. And who knows? Maybe Brian has a couple things up his sleeve too. So we'll see.
Go back to Mike McCarthy days, Dave. He had that play sheet was with like 3 or 4 pages. He comes from that tree where he's an offensive guy. He likes to spread the ball. And Aaron Rodgers made a lot of wide receivers. I'm not comparing Dak to Aaron Rodgers at all. I'm not doing that.
No.
But my thing is when you have a wide receiver with skills like we have a Turpin, a Vaughn, a Gallup, a Lamb, and Cooks now, you have a play sheet for each one of them. and that's what I think is going to happen with Turpin. Okay, you know what? We need this 3rd and 15, or we need this screen to come in. Of course, you know what? I could put Turpin in the slot here. We can run a bubble wide receiver screen or a jet sweep or whatever you want to do. I think McCarthy's going to go back to that and say, let me use my players to my weapons advantage here. What can they beat this other defense with? That's what I think McCarthy is going to adjust a lot of his scheme to this year, Dave. I really do.
Well, you have three strong tight ends too, Paul.
Very true. Which we talked about before, Dave. I think, to me, I don't know what they're going to do. I really want to get to week 1, honestly. Preseason, I'm not even going to let it, because we know it's vanilla. We know it's very vanilla what they're going to do.
Right.
They're not going to show
preseason, preseason to me doesn't mean a thing.
No, not even, Dave, not even, back before when we talked about week 3, it's a dress rehearsal for the starters. You don't even get that nowadays. You don't even get, week 3 coming in one series. You don't even get that, if that.
I mean, I would like to see Dak at least play one series of preseason. I'd be okay with that. I mean, because last year he didn't do that. He came out really soft.
Well, half the team really didn't even play, Dave. I mean,
right, they were flat. I mean, they were. I get it. But I think one series of preseason is actually not a bad thing. I mean, a couple handoffs, couple passes, and just get it out of the way. And then
I'm old school, Dave. I'd still like to see him at least play, a quarter at least.
I mean, even a quarter. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm just saying,
But I mean, I know you're going to be vanilla. I understand that. But what I
just
said,
get your feet wet,
But what we said many shows, Dave, is I say this all the time, being a coach up here, I always say this. If you look at it, what are we going to see with Mike McCarthy's office? Yes, we have Pendershot. Pendershot.
Peyton. I like Peyton. I do. I like Peyton.
And our second pick, Shoemaker. Okay, what are we going to see? We know Shoemaker is not the greatest catch passing tight end out there, but he is a run blocker, a run stopper. So are we saying that we're going to run the ball more to be more balanced? What are we doing with this?
I think it's going to be quick passes. Like, drop back 2, bang. Drop back 2, bang. That's what I'm seeing.
I was talking to my buddy up here, and I said this to him, Dave. We were talking about it today. I was at the doctor's cardiologist today, and we were talking. He was like, he's not a Cowboy fan. He's a Jets fan. And we were talking. He was like, what do you see? What would you do? And I was like, well, the conversation is, yes, we have Cooks, we have Gallup, we have Lamb, okay, that can burn you anytime. Well, we have 2 outside receivers, Cooks and Gallup, that can take you deep. But we have 3 great tight ends, a great running back, a great O-line, which we can run the ball, pound the ball, no matter what we want to do. I think we're going to take – this is what I told him. I was like, I think we're going to dink and doink the 5-yard, 10-yard pass and let that defense come up. Let them play 7, 8, maybe 9 in the box to take us away and play man on, man outside. And that's when we take that play-action shot down deep.
Right.
Make that defense respect you in many ways. That's what I think.
Well, with Cooks, it's huge because Cooks is good like that. I mean, he's – him and Lamb, Gallup. Oh God,
it's insane. It's insane.
Dak has so many options, but I'm telling you, Dak's going to be running for his life if Mr. Martin doesn't show up.
We'll get into that right now, Dave. Before we do that, I have a comment to you. I know you're watching the Phillies game. Eileen says, "Hi, you two." Off topic, the Phillies-Marlin game is crazy.
Yeah, I just saw it 7-5 Phillies in the 10th inning. Phillies just got 2 runs.
Wow. I'm just so pissed off.
Dude, Brian Robertson, dude, what is up with this guy? I don't get it.
I don't know. I'm just mad because I lost a huge bet for like 600 on one game tonight. The Yankees and
the Yankees they're actually winning.
No, but I don't care about that. I only played the first inning.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, what dude comes out and hit a 2-run homer off of Garrett Cole and killed my parlay. Right. But Dave, let's talk about the elephant in the room here. Let's talk about him, Dave. Here he is. Let's talk about him.
And you know what? This elephant in the room is losing a lot of money every day. So
50 grand, Dave. 50 grand a day.
A day. He's almost been a week now.
Yeah, well, it's Wednesday, so he's lost 3 days. That's $150,000.
Yeah, he's losing money left and right. But Dave, that's on him. I mean, you know what? I'm going to say that's on him, and I'm going to be honest. I mean, I know he got to get paid. No, look. Hear me out. You signed a contract. You still have another year in your contract. Play it out, and then talk to Jerry and see what's going on. I get it. You're the best offensive line in the game. I understand that. I do. But Charles Barkley said this a long time ago. If you don't play your contract out, then you have to.
But
what happened? I'll be there soon. When is soon? When is soon going to be?
Well, what I'm hearing is, people are saying that they can't talk about it down in Dallas. Reporters are not allowed to talk about it. It's just something that is forbidden talk down there. But we can talk about that next week when we have Rudy on here as well. What he heard last week.
Zach, please get to camp. We need you, man. Get there fast, because if you don't get there, Dak's going to be running for his life, bro. Come on.
And the thing is, Dave, we've seen videos today where even the rookie Mozzie Smith is just blasting right through the line.
Oh, dude, this kid. Did you hear what he said the other day?
I didn't hear it.
He goes, I don't even like football. I just like to hit people.
Hey, there you go.
I was like, that's the kind of guy I like.
You want one of those old school players that just don't give a damn. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's that guy. He's definitely that guy.
He's the guy. What do we say back in the day? Just bring your lunch pail to work. That's him.
Right, right, exactly. And I don't even like football. I just want to hit people. To me, that's just okay.
But Dave, what do we do with Zac Martin here? I think he's going. I knew he's going to sign because listen, there was major talk of yes, we have Parsons this year. Okay, we signed Diggs, which we'll talk about next. Okay, but let's talk about we got Diggs under contract for 5 years. We signed him.
Thank God. That was huge. We definitely needed that.
Right, 5 years, $97 million. We'll talk about that for a second. But Zac Martin's next up to date. I mean, you have to you want to talk about Dak being your franchise QB for the next 10 years. Well, usually we talk bookend. We know Tyler Smith's on the bookend out there. We know Terrence Steele's on the other side out there. The bookends are in place, Dave. But that interior right there, going against this Eagles defense, this Giants defense, this Washington defense, that front four's nasty on all four teams, Dave.
They are dangerous, and we need Zach.
You have to protect Dak Prescott, and why not better to go out Mr. Universe, Zach freaking Mr. Notre Dame Irishman Martin.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this too as we were talking. Who's the best blocker that helps out Dak all the time, and that was Zeke. Zeke was the guy on the edge. He was blocking. He blocked those guys, saved Dak's butt so many times. You need that guy, and I mean, Zac Martin has got to be on that line. If he's not, we aren't.
You know what? That's a great point, Dave. A lot of people talk about. I go back. I still reminisce about that game against the Buccaneers that you were at, years ago, where it was a great game. We lost the game, by 3 points or whatever. But that game, Zeke became a fundamental blocker. That's all he was.
And exactly.
He knew his role. He did that. He took what the defense gave him. It was quick. But if you regard that back to Pollard, he's not that blocking running back, Dave.
No, he's not. He's just he runs hard. And
he runs hard, exactly.
But he can catch out of the backfield. There's no doubt about that. We've seen that before.
That's what I mean. That's what kind of scares me too. You lose a great runner still who has a lot of gas in the tank in Zeke. You have Pollard, which is franchise, which I love having Pollard. He's my number one back, of course, on our team. We know that, but you lose a lot of it. It's a catch-22 of pros and cons. Yes, Zeke can block the hell out of it. He knows his job. He's not going to let Dak get hit. Pollard would do the same. He'll put a body on the line, but there is a difference between a Zeke block and a Pollard block.
Yep,
we know that.
Definitely.
That's what scares me. That's what scares me without a Zac Martin on the offensive line.
Hey, get him in camp. I don't care what it takes. Get that boy in camp. Hey,
what's going on, Leland? Thanks for checking in, brother. I missed you for a while. How you been, man?
Hey, Leland, how are you, man? Thanks for checking in, brother.
Definitely.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, I mean, if you don't have Zach out there, yes, I mean this offensive line could be nasty, Dave. You think about this.
It can be. Get Zach in there, it could be even more nasty.
By as a center next to Zac Martin, then you have Terrence Steele, bookends, as I said earlier. Then you have Zac Martin. He makes anybody better.
What a 180 Terrence Steele did.
Oh, big time. He's going to get paid next year. We know that. We're talking about signing him this year to a long term, and that offensive line. We think about it, Dave. The still weakest link on our offensive line is Tyler Baez. If you think,
Tyler from Wisconsin. I know.
Oh, you're welcome, Leland. Thanks for checking. We appreciate you, brother. Yep.
Hey, Leland. Thanks, man.
Yeah, but you think about it, I want to say this word. I want to reminisce for a second. Just imagine if Travis Frederick was still healthy on his team.
Doug Free.
68. Yeah, 68 Doug Free. But I'd rather take 72 Travis Frederick.
I got you. I miss Doug Free, though. I was a big Doug Free guy.
I do too. They were all nasty.
Yeah.
But
no doubt.
I don't know, Dave. We have to sign him. Dave, let's talk about when do you think he's coming back, and when? Let's put
it. I thought maybe since they had the day off today, I thought maybe he would come back maybe today or tomorrow. That's what I was thinking because they had day off, and then surprise, I'm back, guys.
I think it's going to be. I think he's going to sit out this week, because really they're not going to be doing much this week anyway. So he's just going to be standing there, but. When you make $14 million a year, Dave, $50,000 a day is really nothing to you. You know what I mean? If you think about it.
I agree. I didn't realize this the other day. I was looking at. You realize Jerry's 80 years old? I didn't even realize that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's I know. Our owner's 80 years old.
And he's going to be 150 and still kicking it too.
I just thought it was amazing. I was like, Jerry's 80. I was like, wow.
Man, that's crazy. God,
That is
80 years
crazy.
old, Jerry Jones.
I mean,
God.
how many
So
80-year-old
so
owners
so
are
Steve
still?
so Stephen Jones is probably like 60 something because Jerry probably had him over
I
20
don't
years.
know how old Steven is. I really don't know.
We have some old ass owners, man. I'll tell you that,
We
Dave.
do.
God,
We
man.
do. Mm-hmm.
But Dave, let's talk about one positive real quick before we move on. Ceed
Ah,
Lamb is catching everything, Dave. I
I
couldn't
love
believe
him.
some of the catches I've seen, one-handed catches, on the ground catches, and he's
Mhm.
going up the high point of ball. I thought it was Gallup actually catching this ball today. I was like, wow, Gallup, get up there. And I looked and I was like, oh shit, that's Ceed Dee Lamb.
Yeah. Ceed Dee Lamb is what a talent. What a special talent.
Mm-hmm.
He is. This kid is. Where would we be without him? Really, think
I
about it.
really don't want to talk about it because next year he's going to get the money back, Dave.
Oh, he'll get. Yeah, sure. I mean,
And I
and
hope
and,
Ter-
and plus, and now you got a healthy Gallup too, and that really helps.
Well, you know what? I'm still waiting on Gallup to turn that corner, Dave. I'm not sold yet. I love Gallup, but you know what? Hey, just like Barkley said, you got to fulfill your contract and you got to live up to your expectations, right? Well,
Right.
it's time Gallup needs to live up to that expectation that he got coming off that injury, big time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I want to see what he does.
Well, last year we knew Gallup wasn't 100% coming into the season. That was
We knew that.
obvious.
We knew that.
Yeah.
We knew that.
And he knew it too, and he
Mhm.
just wanted to get back on the field and do what he needed to do.
Mhm. Now, Dave, there was a question brought to me today when I was at the doctor's. Up there, I had a Dallas show, so people were talking to me, and they said something like, "Well, they mentioned Gallup. They said, well, with Gallup last year, why did you
Mhm.
pay Gallup coming off that huge ACL injury that he had with the ankle, whatever it was?" And I said,
Right.
"Well," they said, "why didn't you franchise Gallup?" And I said,
Yeah.
"Obviously, I don't think you know football, do you?" And he goes, "What do you mean? You paid him a long-term contract." I was like, "I understand that, but if you look at it, franchising him would have been $18 million for 1 year."
Right.
So why
Yep.
not pay him a $13 million contract for 5 years, which equally kind of pans out because you can cut him. It's not fully guaranteed. It's
Right.
a $25 million signing bonus, which basically you would only lose $12 million for 1 year if he doesn't pan out.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I like it, but I just got to see
I
him play
like
a
it
little bit more,
too.
Dave.
I like it too, and I'm a Gallup guy. I've always liked Michael. That guy can jump. Man, I never see a guy jump so high.
But the greatest thing, Dave, we didn't even really mention his name, Brandon Cooks. If you bring Brandon Cooks in here and you put
Yes.
him next to a Ceed Dee Lamb, Gallup
Mhm.
really, truthfully, Dave, if you think about it, okay, we know Lamb is number one. We know he's our number
I
one
mean,
option.
you're double teaming Lamb, and that leaves one of those guys open.
And what are these guys both on the outside, Dave? They're burners. They're burners.
Oh, no doubt.
They're inside slot guys. They can play both the slot. Gallup can play in the slot. Cooks can play in the slot. He can play wide out. He can burn you anywhere he wants to go. So I love this three-headed dragon that we have: speed, catching ability, and we already know Gallup is a Gallup. Gallup is a gazelle. He can high point any ball.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean,
Which
we've
I
seen
love.
it. We've seen it time and time again. I mean, how many times Gallup go out of bounds Gallup and he keeping his feet in bounds? Just like
Exactly.
toe catches.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's good like that.
Lena Green's Cook was a major addition. Like last year we talked about it, Lena, and we said, there was a lot of rumors with Brandon Cooks coming over to Dallas last year, part of this year. But the back con of that was his money issue. He wanted to be top five, but thank God we got him on a down low. $10 million a year for a wide receiver that's
what a steal.
Who still has a lot of gas in that tank. He's a burner. And you look up who he had last year. What was it, Mills? David Mills or something, his quarterback?
David Mills was his quarterback.
And he had 1,000 years last year. And the guy wanted out of Houston.
Yeah, but he didn't want to be in Houston. And we said that before.
But Dave, you still put up 1,000 yards last year with a guy that I don't even want to talk to.
Mills. Isn't Cooks the guy that in the Super Bowl against the Eagles that got knocked out?
I don't even remember. With the Eagles playing the Super Bowl, I don't really.
I'm saying, he was with the Patriots and he got knocked out.
Yeah, but if you think about it, I mean, we got a steal in that one. We definitely did. He has a lot of gas in the tank, and
no doubt,
cheap deal. And he wanted to come here, and we got him. So hey, that's a major addition, just like Leland said. I can't wait to see him on the field.
I'm excited.
In game situation, let's put it that way. Not preseason. I want to talk game situation.
You mentioned earlier about the Hall of Fame game, and I know I'm going back here, but I can't play football on Thursday night. What?
Well, it's the Hall of Fame game, Dave. It's the Hall of Fame game.
I know. It's just weird to me that.
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I have tomorrow night. I'm doing a Fuji show tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So all you guys out there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. If you guys want to listen to Fuji out there tomorrow, please do. It's on our network tomorrow night, 7 p.m. He has a great lady on there. I don't even have it on the screen here. I didn't put it up yet.
Fuji's Flair.
Yeah, Fuji's Billy Flair's on tomorrow night. He has a great guest who does cleaning for something, and she does charity work as well. So if you're in there, please check it out. It's not only sports; it's about what people do and what we have out there. Because there's a lot of great people out there. that really don't get the recognition. And tomorrow night we'll be talking about one of them.
Is that tomorrow at 7, correct?
Yes, sir. 7:00.
Okay, yeah. Check out Fuji's Philly Flair tomorrow at 7:00.
Exactly. But what? Damn, I just lost my train of thought, Dave. What I was going to say, Dave?
You were talking Fuji's
Before
Flair.
that, rewind it a little bit, Dave. I'm getting old.
What were you saying?
Tomorrow night. Before I said that, I'm having about 45 kids come over to my house tomorrow night.
45 kids.
My entire football team is coming here tomorrow night.
Oh, I think you had the cheerleading squad coming over.
No, I would only do that, Dave, if they were like 21 or over. Okay, these are 13 to 14-year-old. Dave, come on now, don't give me.
I think you had the cheerleading squad coming over tomorrow night.
No, but I got the whole team.
Chelsea's cheerleading squad.
No, they are wild. I've had enough cheerleading for a damn week. I'm broke right now from all that crap, but we won't get into
You're all cheerleading out, my man.
Oh God, between the Pittsburgh trip and this cheerleading crap, oh man. But I got 45 kids coming over tomorrow night. We're gonna watch the game on the big screen. To get them involved.
Wow, that's huge.
Like you see in my movie room. Imagine 45 people. It's a big room, but still, I want to get my team involved together because we want to be a unity going in. We started practice this week. And my goal is to get back down Disney this year. That's my goal. We got
and you came up short last year. You were really close.
Yeah, you go 13-0, Dave, and basically you lose to one team that just blows you out. That's supposed to beat you by 100. It didn't happen. We came close, but you know what? On my book, Dave, you know how I am different with a lot of people. They said
I hear you.
They said it was a great year, but I don't play for participation trophies, Dave. I play.
Yeah, we know that. That's for fact.
Just like my son in 2009, he won the national championship with Frankfurt, and that's what I want to do one more time. You know what I mean?
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But yeah, tomorrow night's going to be fun. Football's back, Dave, just like you said. But Dave, there is one thing I do want to talk about. Let's talk about Tony Pollard. He's not going to play the preseason. We know that, but it's not going to happen. Dave, what do you think he's going to be like in week one? I think he's going
to be explosive. I just do.
Man,
yeah. We're going to see a Tony Pollard that we've seen like the start of last year's season. I just think he's going to be very, like, coming off that injury. He's going to be really hype, ready to go. And we're going to see a lot of good things out of Tony Pollard. Just that offensive line's got to be there.
Dave, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I am. I try to keep it. We both keep it real, but I'm gonna play a little negative here. Dave, that injury was horrific. We know that. We've seen it. Okay, it just it hurt my ankle watching that happen. Going back.
Hurt mine too. Just watching it.
Yeah, it tore my ankle. Just feeling it. Then it ripped my heart right out of my chest. Number one,
right.
Number two, basically. But Dave, as I said before, we know Pollard's explosive. His jump cut move, Dave, all relies on that both ankles, which way he performs, the left cut, the right cut. Dave, we've seen this with Dak. His mobility is a little bit different coming off of an injury. Are we going to see that with Pollard, or what are we going to see? Is it going to be?
I don't think so. I don't know. I think Dak's injury was worse than Pollard's.
Yeah, but Dave, think about a running back. What do you rely on? You rely on speed and mobility and jump cuts. Okay, I mean, Dave, we know what Pollard is. Is he a different breed where it's not going to play into his head what he can make a jump cut with?
I don't think so. I think his confidence level is going to be high. He's going to be ready to go. I mean,
I don't know.
Hard to tell, and I understand where you're coming from. I do.
It just scares me, Dave. It scares me. It really does.
But if you play scared player, you're going to get hurt. You can't play scared.
No, I know that, but I mean, Dave, if it was me, honestly,
you know that,
Dave. I know that if I'm out there, I try to, focus on my kids when they're out there. Just like Timmy's coming back this year. The kid that had a concussion.
Right? You said that. Yeah, you mentioned that.
I already made him an honorary team captain. He is.
You said you made him a captain. Yeah, I remember you saying that.
I don't care what anybody says. He's my team captain. Coming from a concussion last year, and he's playing on the team this year. But so we had to talk about maybe about 2 weeks ago when he was like, Coach, I'm going to play. I was like, yeah, you can play, but we have to work you into it. Dave, he's my 13-year-old, one of my 13s. His words to me, Dave, no lie. He's like, hey, Coach, I got a couple things to say to you. I'm like, go ahead. I was at his house. We were talking, him and his parents, we were talking. And he goes, I'm not playing scared this year.
There you go.
That injury that happened last year, it was fluke. It can happen to anyone on the field. This year, I'm going to come back stronger, faster, and I'm going to lace. This is exact words. He's like, I'm going to lay some son of a bitch out and put them in the hospital. I was like, stop. We don't talk about people in the hospital. But I was like, I like the way you thought, though.
Kids pumped up. Can't go wrong with that.
He definitely is. But Dave, it takes a different breed of animals. We know Pollard is a different breed. We know that. coming where he was. He showed us last year, but I think he's going to be good this year. I'm just worried about that backup situation if he's not ready. Because, Dave, I'm sorry. I don't believe in Malik Davis. I don't believe in Rico. I'm sorry.
I know you don't. I know.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of,
actually, Malik Davis did pretty well last year.
Oh God, Dave, come on!
For the chances he had, he didn't do too bad. But go ahead.
Dave, Tony Pollard, Zeke, Malik.
I'm
still going down to Malik.
I get it. I
haven't even got down to Rico yet, Dave. I can't move that far down. But speaking of Commanders fans, here's Eric out there.
Hey,
Tuesday night, guys. If you're a Washington fan, please check them out. 6:30, Commanders Gridiron. Steve Loftman, great guy. Episode 2, great fun. X&O guy, season ticket holder for many years.
What's up, Steve?
He has a question. What's up, fellas? Is Pollard going to be able to replace Zeke or what he did last year's season? I think he can if he's health-wise 100% coming back into the season. But just like we were talking, you probably listened to it, I'm a little hesitant coming off the injury because a running back like that, the jump cuts are what scares me, and I don't know if Pollard's going to have that burst from week 1 to week 18. I really don't.
Time will tell. Time will definitely tell.
Time will definitely tell. Time will definitely tell. I get that, Dave, but I'm just so scared right now because there's running backs out there. Dalvin Cook wants out. Zeke is still available.
Not to go off subject, but the Marlins are tied at 7. Bottom.
Who cares? My Braves won. That's all I can say. Okay.
Phillies and Marlins are tied at 7.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead.
But speaking of losing teams, there's Stacy. She's a part of 2 of them, the Giants and the Yankees.
How you doing, Stace? What's up, girl?
You can check out Stacy every Monday at 8 p.m. with the 8:30 p.m. with the Big Blue Power.
Blue Power Hour.
Which great news if you're a Giants fan out there. I was just confirmed in possibly 3 to 4 weeks that Byron Williams will be hopping on.
That's huge for you guys, Stace. I think that's going to be a good interview. I'll watch that. I will watch that.
Yeah, Maiko has some connections out there.
I'll tell you, he's rolling.
And that coming off injury, Pollard is going to ask to contribute a lot. He is. You think about it. He's great in the backfield. He's a great swing runner. He's a swing pass catcher, and he knows how to hit the hole up the field, east and west. And that's one of the great things that I really want to see. But Dave, like I said, I'm scared about his injury. I really am, Dave. I'm sorry. I'm
scared about it too. But what can we do? We have to roll with the punches, and I'm sure he'll be fine.
Listen, if he comes back healthy, I think we're going to be okay. But let's talk about one last thing, Dave. I'm just going to say one thing about the offense here. Mm-hmm. You need Zac Martin because that is a staple piece up front, Dave.
It's not even a question. I mean, I don't understand. I'm holding out. Okay, where you're holding out, we get it. But you still have 1 more year in your contract, Zach. Come on, dude. Get up. Get in there. We need you. Your team needs you. And Dak definitely needs you because Dak's running for his life every play.
Well, you know what? Let's get here. We'll get into 2 more comments, then we'll come back to that Zac Martin situation there, okay? Leland said exactly. Dallas needs a power back to add another dimension as well in blocking duties. I agree. Just like we said earlier.
That's what Zeke's for.
Just like in that Tampa game, everybody was, where's Zeke? Where's Zeke? Well, if your quarterback is getting crashed every play, Zeke had to be a fundamental blocker, and that's what he did with that game. Zeke is a different blocker. He's a different breed blocker. He can play fullback, basically. But Pollard is a different breed, which tells me it's going to be a lot of West Coast swing left, swing right, a lot of stunts, twists to get Pollard outside. And that's why I think it's going to hurt us in the long run if Pollard is not that guy and Zac Martin doesn't come back. I can't
wait to see the roster at the end of training camp, see what it looks like. I'm very interested.
Now, Adam Popple, one of the guests on your show.
Adam!
Tuesday night extra innings. Adam was one of the great guests. I call him Adam, and I go way back. The first episode I ever did in my live podcasting was with Adam. And
hey, Adam talked about those Cubs yesterday, and they're up 10-5 on the Reds. My gosh,
that's why I called Adam Mr. Encyclopedia.
Adam is Mr. Baseball Encyclopedia.
Yes, he is. He says, "Hey guys, I don't know if you addressed this or not. What do you think of Jerry Jones' comments?" Let's talk about it. Real quick. Let me give you the last comment. Adam, I'll get right back to you.
On who? On which one? I mean, he's commented on a lot of things.
Stacey says, "Hey, Yankees won tonight, a-hole." Yeah, but they lost me money because the first inning they gave a 2-run bomb up, okay? All right? Anyway, Stace. Leland says, Zach is looking for what the Falcons pay Lindstrom is what he means to the O-line. Exactly. I mean, that we'll talk about that. But, Dave, let's talk about Adam, what exact comment were you talking about Jerry Jones?
Yeah, Jerry says a lot of things.
Because he was saying so much that I was watching their Twitter account. It was blowing up today. Let me know exactly what it was, what topic you were talking about.
Yeah,
But going back to Leland's comment here, See, that's the thing, Dave. I understand, you have one more year of your contract to play out. I understand that, Dave. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. Live up to your contract. Be a man about it. Be respectful. The handshake is there. The pen on the paper. Live up to your contract. But, Dave, let's put it this way. If you're a guy out there and you have 4 great seasons, 5 great seasons like Zac has had, he gives you that discount because he's not about the money when he first came out.
I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I definitely Zac definitely deserves all of it.
No, I get that. But he's a type player, Dave, coming from my factory, Notre Dame, where it's family first, basically, Jesus, touchdown Jesus and football. But you go there, you live out that, you play and play and play. But then you get these other guys who have one great year and they get paid the bank. The brake truck comes up. Zac has never asked that. You look at players like Tony Romo, Jason Witten, players like that. Even Aikman, who took the backyard discount and say, hey, you know what, bring this player in, do this and that.
Yep.
But Dave, you can't knock a guy now for saying, this guy made the money back. I want this guy. I'm better than that guy. I'm better than Lindstrom. I'm better than this guy. I want the money. It's time to pay me. You can't knock that.
I'm not saying you're wrong. Pay the man. Pay the man. End of story.
Okay.
Pay the man.
Okay. Here's Adam's comment. Dave, I'll let you go first with this one.
Okay.
He issued a warning to the Eagles that the Cowboys are ready.
I didn't hear him say that.
I did hear a little bit about this. And, Dave, what do you feel like if I'm Jerry Jones on here, the press conference?
I would have said that after I paid Zac Martin. I wouldn't have said it now.
But, here's the thing. Mr. Jones, we all know Mr. Jones is Mr. PR Jones out there. His initials should be PR. Not JJ, should be PR. Mr. Public Relations Jerry
Public
Jones.
Relations Jones. Yeah.
But, he's all about himself. We always know, there always has to be news about the Cowboys, either bogus, truth, facts, fiction, whatever you want to talk about. But Jerry Jones makes up 99% of that. He has to have the limelight on him. If it's not Hard Knocks, he has to look for things to do. If you remember the Hard Knocks, Dave, what was it all about? The Dak injury.
Dak injury. Yeah.
He made it about. If I'm an owner, guys, here's Hard Knocks. HBO, listen to me. Stay off Dak. Stay off.
I really didn't see Hard Knocks. I can't really say. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch all of it.
But to me, Adam, the warning. It's all about PR. Listen, I'm not. You know how I am. We both keep it real here on the show. I'm going to tell you right now, the Eagles are the cream of the crop to me. Number one, you just like I forgot who was says. I think it was Adam. Was it Adam saying when the team's on the pedestal, you got to keep them on the pedestal until they get knocked off? I believe that. I think the Eagles are the superior team in the NFC.
You keep saying that.
I do, Dave. I do.
But I keep saying Super Bowl hangover. So I don't know.
Dave, to me, there's a difference between. I'm not trying to go to.
How many teams go to the Super Bowl and then don't have a good season next year?
But Dave, this team, Dave, is built, and the one.
I'm not saying the Eagles are. Eagles are a good team. I'm not denying that.
Dave,
I'm not saying they're bad.
The one thing I'll say to any person in the world, there's one difference between the team that I see with this Philadelphia team and all the other teams in the NFL, and it's one person, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Yeah.
Dave, I watched this guy all throughout his college, even high school career where his dad coached him. This kid is a winner. He does everything it takes to get better. If he can't get better, he'll stay up all night and work and work and work and work.
Oh, the kid doesn't stop. I give you that. He does win.
Adam agrees. I think the difference with the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, I agree, Adam, 100%. I mean, going back to, even before we talked about it, I think Jalen Hurts is just a different breed of animal. You look at him, he was at Alabama, 5-star recruit, started, got him where they need to be, lost the job to Tua. Tua gets hurt. Hurts comes in, gets him, pulled back. He leaves to go to Oklahoma.
Before you go all there, Adam, if you're watching the show, which I think you are, do you think Super Bowl hangover is going to make a difference to that Eagles team?
No,
I want to know what Adam was saying about it. Will it be a factor coming this season? Adam, I'd love to hear you comment on that.
Adam did say, Adam's a realist. He did say, there is the what is it? I don't want to say stereotype, but there is that qualification that they say the NFC East has been 20 years since no one's won.
It's been 22 years, I think it's been something like that.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, this division is a lot better. It's not the NFC East anymore. It's the NFC East. We know that. Hell, we don't know what the Commanders do. Talking to Steve out there, Hal's doing great. If Chase Young comes back healthy, it's a new regime under Bieniemy. We don't know what they're going to be. We don't know. Their defense is nasty. We know that. We know the Giants are good. They've got pieces.
Giants have gotten better. I'm not saying Daniel Jones get paid. Barkley came back.
But Dave, look at it last year. We thought about this. Let's figure this. Let's think about this for a second. How many people, honestly, I'll be the first one to say I was totally wrong. I did not think that possibly 3 teams, possibly 4, could have made the playoffs last year the way they did.
Yeah.
This is strong. This is trust. Let's see. Leland says Eagles better fix their problems at linebacker. Exactly. That's one thing. They were exposed to the Super Bowl. Fix that, and you repeat as NFC champions. I agree with that, but the Kobe Dean, it's time for him to step up. It really is.
Yeah, are they depending a lot on him this year? I really don't know. I haven't checked.
He's a projected starter. He's a projected starter. I mean, he's a plug and play guy. I think last year was the best thing to have him sit a year. Recoup. He wasn't injured, but recoup it a little bit, learn from it. Because basically, if you think about what he did, he's a gap stopper. He's not great on the pass, but he's a run-stopping linebacker. I
just find it amazing how Eagle fans are worried about the Cowboys so much, and the Cowboys fans really don't care what the Eagles are doing. So.
I have to disagree.
That's just me.
I'm scared with the Eagles right now, Dave. I really.
Eagle fans are always checking up on the Cowboys every time I turn around.
Well, I mean that's
whatever we're doing.
There is a difference. There's real fans out there, and then there's the ones that just look for the Jerry Jones exposure. I watch the Eagles every day. I watch what they're doing.
I really haven't paid attention to them, to be honest with you. I really haven't looked at them.
I honestly have. I check into them a lot.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, me, I have all the time in the world.
I look at it this way: we see them twice a year, maybe in the playoffs. That's about pretty much where I stand with you.
You got to keep an eye on your enemy, man, to make you.
Oh, better. I get it, and I do at times, but I just. Yeah.
You want to know what way to shoot that bullet, either right and left, which way their tendency is going to jump. So that's why.
They have so many weapons. I get it.
They're stacked. They got even better.
Oh, they're of course they're stacked.
Adam says it could, but the NFC is pretty weak. I agree with that. I mean, you think about it. NFC East. NFC East, I have 1 and 2. I have the Eagles, Cowboys. I want to say the Niners, but I don't know what they're going to look like.
Is Purdy the starter?
He's throwing the ball now, so I believe he would be. I mean, you paid the farm for Trey Lance, but I don't know what they're going to do really. And then you have what's his name? Sam Darnold as well.
Sam Darnold, yeah.
But I think they went out and got Sam. I think Sam Darnold actually gets the 3 spot. I think they're going to carry 3. But
I think they're carrying 3 too.
But I think Darnold's probably going to be 3. If all are healthy, can play, I'm probably going to go Purdy, Lance, and then Arnold. I think
Arnold. You got to remember too that they have that running back, Mr. McCaffrey, still sitting out there.
Yeah, and you got Debo as well too. I mean, they're loaded. They're loaded,
and they have their tight ends really good too.
Yeah, Kittle.
Mm-hmm. Kittle. Mm-hmm.
I agree with this one. Adam says I don't trust Daniel Jones. I agree with that one too. I agree with that as well.
I can see that. I mean, I don't think Stacey would appreciate that too much, but yeah.
That's because Stacey's already in bed. Her old ass is probably already asleep already. Or she's probably running around because the Yankees won. Fine.
Yeah, she's doing cartwheels because the Yankees won tonight.
And I like to see her do a cartwheel.
I would love to see that.
Love you, Stace. Eileen says, this is so funny. Referring to Sam Darnold.
Does the ghost count as the 4th quarterback?
Sam
sure,
Darnold,
why not?
I see ghosts,
Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah.
They added the Eagles' best defensive tackle. Yeah, I agree. Jalen Carter, huge.
Jalen Carter. Does he talk a lot though? He's a lot.
But hey, listen, there's back in the day, Dave. I know you don't.
Did he get benched or something in college or something like that?
No, all I know is the freaking nasty.
I know he's a nasty dude, but then they take I thought.
But Dave, you think about this going back to the old days. You think about Penn State being linebacker. Okay, Notre Dame was either tight end factory or Wisconsin's O-line factory. Certain places, you go to Alabama, you get a quarterback factory, or wide receiver factory nowadays. Ohio State wide receiver factory. You can't go wrong with Georgia players, Dave. I mean,
they might as well just be called the Philadelphia Eagle Bulldogs for crying out loud. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I don't care where you draft. If you draft right, I don't care. Shit. I mean, I would have had him on there, but a lot of people are knocking Mozzie Smith, but I love Mozzie Smith. He fits our bill.
Mozzie Smith is a beast.
Just like you said, he's one of those guys. He's a lunch pail guy, just like his comments today. I really don't like football. I just go like hitting people. Well, bring your lunch pail to work and just go knock the guy out. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
He does. Stacy says, "Hey, now I'm in the pool." Okay.
Oh, you're in the pool.
I'm sorry, Stacy. I'm sorry.
Stacy's in the pool.
Stacy is in the pool. Stacy's in the pool, guys. No, Eagles. That's right. What was his name? Hargrave. Was it? I'm drawing like the Niners signed their DT. Was it Hargrave?
Yes, Hargrave. Yes.
Javon Hargrave. Yes. Mm-hmm. And the Eagles drafted Carter. Yes. Okay, it was Javon Hargrave. I'm sorry about that. Yep. The old age is getting me, Leland. I'm sorry, man.
Yes.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know, Dave. I think we'll be okay, but it all comes down to being healthy right now, and you got to have to sign Dak.
Hey, is Stacy watching us in the pool?
Yeah, just don't drop your phone or whatever you're listening to, Stacey. Please don't do that, okay? I mean, please don't do that. All right.
Wow.
But Dave, let's talk about something we did sign. Let's talk about Diggs. 5 years, 90.
Can you dig it?
Dave, $97 million.
I know.
Dave, I'm Asian. I can do math. $19.5 million a year, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You keep saying you like Diggs in your corner. Stacy said I am.
Yeah, down there in Dallas, you definitely need a pool down there. Good God.
Probably hot as heck down there, huh, Stace?
Should I have thought about moving there? Holy crap.
Can you dig it?
Dave, I'm going to tell you what, I can say okay to the $97 million, but the one thing I'm happy about with that money though is having Gilmore on the opposite side.
Yeah.
If he was by himself,
I mean, no, you said it before. I mean, that's what we needed, so we got it.
No, I'm just saying if we didn't have Gilmore, I would not pay him that $19
Stephon, baby, let's go.
You're not getting Stephon Diggs now. You're not getting Stephon Diggs.
Why not?
Dave, do you think, okay, since even DeAndre Hopkins, he got the bank with, what's his name, the Tennessee Titans, okay?
Yeah, are you surprised he went there?
Not really. I mean, I think he was, Dave, if you're out of job for a while, nobody's picking you up, there's a reason why. You look at all
I get it.
But I don't know. Now, here, what Stacey says it's 101 right now. Good God.
Wow.
Here it's 64 degrees right now.
Yeah, it's like 70 some here.
Now here, Leland actually agrees. Leland Diggs deserves every penny, but we'll see what the Falcons pays AJ Terrell.
Good point.
That's one of the things I want. I agree with signing him early because what scares me, okay, Herbert just got the bank. Okay. Now we know Burrows is going to have the bank coming up on his contract. Let's renegotiate. Let's get him signed before the next player steps up because Diggs has set the bar, $19 million per year. Terrell goes out there and says, damn, I'm just as good as Diggs is. I want the bank. I want to surpass that level. Because quarterbacks went from what, Dave? 25 million, the 30 million, the 35. Now we're at 54 million.
Keeps rising. Yeah.
God, I read a comment with Aikman. He said his contract was $1.7 million when he first started.
Wow.
1.7. Players make that in one game now, Dave.
I know, it's crazy.
Patrick Mahomes and Herbert makes that in half by halftime.
I know.
For playing a game you love, Dave. For playing a game you love. Hell, I buy my kids a hot dog after the game, and they're happy about that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
God, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, Diggs. Who's next, Dave? Diggs is 5 years, $97 million. Zach has to be paid.
Zach's got to be next, you would think, right?
But who's getting paid after that? You still have Parsons coming up. You have
you still have Parsons. You got Lamb.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Well, we paid Gallup already, so that's not.
Gallup is locked up for another 4 years.
Gallup is locked up. Yeah. Tough to.
And you still have to reconstruction Daks Prescott's contract.
Yeah, Daks definitely Daks got to be his. What do you think? Dak 5 years, 4 years? What do you think?
You know what? God, Dave.
I mean, but if you pay Dak, you spread that out, and you can pay money to other guys.
If they can back in the contract to take it all, maybe like a guaranteed money or something like that, so it's not salary cap the money, I think it's okay. But if it's long term, 5 years, $250, no, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that, Dave. I'm really not.
What would you would you have a 3 year?
I'd rather go 3 years, honestly. I really would with him. Because I'm the type of person, Dave. You know me.
That's fair.
You can have every Walter Payton, man.
I mean, Dak just turned. What? He just turned 30, didn't he?
Yeah, but Dave, there's a lot of quarterbacks out there that you rely on. But there's young ones like Burrow, second year in the NFL, gets to the Super Bowl. Okay, you got all these quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts, second year, gets you where he wants to go. There's other quarterbacks that are out there that's going to pay a cheaper price for the first 5 year deal. You got that 5 year deal. Well, hell, we've had Dak for 7 freaking years, Dave, and he's already broke the bank how many times with us? And for nothing, you think about that. That's the way I look.
True.
I'm old school. That's the way I look at it. If I'm going to pay you, you better work some OT for free. You know what I mean? That's just me. But Elian says that's inside. Quarterbacks are getting crazy paid. I agree. I mean, you think about this. Okay, we're in 2023 here for the season, 24 season. Let's think about. Let's say 5 more years. It's been going up 5 million per year for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Can you imagine in 2030, Dave, where Joe Schmo from Alabama comes out, #1 draft pick, and his deal is a 5-year, $500 million deal. Can you imagine that, Dave? Like, it's insane, these prices, Dave. It really is.
I know. It's crazy. I know.
It's insane. I mean,
these players are getting way too overpaid.
To me, I really want to like have a kid and just like play football with them every day. He's not going to make a quarterback. Let's just feed him rice, beans, steak, potatoes every day and get him like 350. Let him run and go to Alabama or go to Georgia, play D, and just get paid. Take care of daddy for a while. You know what I mean?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I hear you.
Here's a question now. Here's a question before we pretty much end it a little bit. Is Dak on the hot seat? Or
no.
is there okay, Dak, you don't think Dak's on the hot seat?
No. Mm-mm.
What saves his job? What saves his job, Dave?
Well, he's got to Well, first of all, limit the interceptions from last year.
Dave, real quick. Funny thing is
that's definitely.
I agree. First thing, real quick, Dave. I bet a lot today, and I actually looked at one of the bets for this year. And what would you take? I know you're not a betting man. If Dak's interception is under 12.5 or over 12.5, what would you take?
I would think over 12. But
wow.
I'm going to say, but I would think over. But I'm personally going to say under. I think it's under.
Okay. So you don't think he's on the hot seat?
No.
Okay. Leads to my next topic here. Dak's new offense. To me, I call this a JB Burbage, Dave. It's more control. It's easier to learn. It's less to do.
It's short passes that he was doing before with this West Coast offense that we're doing now with McCarthy. So
yeah, it's a different verbiage. Like there was somebody I was listening to one of their things today as they were doing a play, and the verbiage is a lot different. It's quarterback friendly. It's very easy to understand. The terminology from a Kellen Moore saying zippity doo dah yippee ki yay versus have a nice day with Mike McCarthy.
Boy wonder.
Yeah, boy. Don't even say it, Dick. Don't even say it. Don't even call him that. Don't even call him. He is still dollar store.
Hey, he's Charger now, man.
Yeah, I don't give a damn what happens to him now. You get a lightning bolt in your ass. I don't give a damn about you right now. I hope you go to the dollar store and get some bread and you get hit like a lightning bolt. I could care less about you, Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore. You're not even credited to be Wonder Boy dollar store bread to me.
This is true.
Clearance, right? Dale Walmart bread, whatever, Wawa bread, whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
But I listened to somebody, and the play calling is a lot different, this year with him, and it's more quarterback friendly. You have that, but I just hope he limits it, Dave. I really do, because
I think he will. I mean,
we're going to find out, Dave. Because
is McCarthy really calling the plays, or is Schatz calling the plays?
No, it's a Mike McCarthy offense. It's definitely a Mike McCarthy, because you see staple points of it already, Dave. Okay,
I like Schatz though. I do.
I do too. But this offense, if you go back to the Green Bay days of Mike McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers, Jordy Nelson, people, Ahmad Green, people like that. What are you clapping for?
Marlins just tied at 8 in the bottom of the 11th.
Oh, the hell with them. I don't care about them.
It's 8-8 in the bottom of the 11th. This game's insane. I've been watching it over a quarter of an eye.
Hell with the damn Phillies. The Braves are going to win it all. That's right, Adam.
I'm not saying that, but this game's crazy. I keep watching the quarter of an eye. It was 7-5, 7-7, 8-7. Now it's 8-8 going to the bottom of the 11th. Sorry about that, guys.
I will check out baseball in October.
Sorry, right Baseball Nation. I'm sorry.
It's football season to me. Baseball season will come back in October for me. I could care less. Even though my Braves are in first place.
Your Braves are in first place.
Yeah, it's not exciting anymore because they're dominating everybody. But
right now,
this here, Dak. Let's talk about Dak real quick before we get out of here, Dave. I just hope he has a great year. I think it relies on a lot of him.
I think he will.
They're making it quarterback friendly. But what I was saying with Green Bay, if you look at a lot of Green Bay's action back in the day when they had, Rodgers, a McCarthy, which we called him not a quarterback whisperer, but a quarterback guru who knew plays, could call the plays at that point. You're seeing a lot. Go back and watch a lot of the Green Bay, schemes, sets. You're seeing a lot of that at training camp right now.
Right.
You're seeing a lot of that. I mean, a lot of it is trying to find.
Yeah, you are, and that's true. Good point.
Because you think about it, they really never had a running back, Dave. Number one, I've been saying this for years. Ahmad Green, you have people like that.
Mm-hmm.
They never had that really solid running back. That's why it kind of pisses me off where McCarthy wasn't the play caller the last 2 years with the Zeke. a power back like Zeke, and then to take him to another level with Pollard. They never had that 1-2 dragon.
Mm-hmm.
It was all Rodgers swinging the ball with the West Coast offense.
Actually, it was funny. Going back to McCarthy, I saw something to say. I thought it was kind of funny. They said, "Can you name the 12 quarterbacks that you had back when you were in Green Bay and today?" He named every single one of them. Bang, 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 bang.
Damn, was it funny you mentioned there's only, 2 starters, Rodgers and Favre.
Yeah, Rodgers, Favre. He had I don't know all of them, but then he came back to the Cowboys. But he named every single one of them. I was like, dude, that's impressive.
You know what? The funny thing, that tells you someone that just because he's a coach, he knows football's more than that. It's a family too. He
forgot one guy, but that was the guy that he was friends with. Brought. Yeah, wow. He's like he brought the kid in because he was friends with his dad or something. But
that's insane.
I was like, look, I mean, you've been in the league a long time, and to remember all those quarterbacks.
Dan McCoskey before Favre, yeah.
The Magic Man, yes, the Magic Man.
Exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. But
wasn't he with the Colts too at one point?
I don't remember. But I think it's going to be a good year this year, Dave. I know next week we're not going to get into scheduling. We're going to talk more about training camp, week 2.
Exciting. We got our guy next week, right?
Yes, we do. We have a great guest coming in next week. He'll be on the show next week. Very excited for him. Great guy. Him and I talk all the time about, Dallas. Put the banner up here. His name is Rudy Reyes. He's from Rude Dog Radio. You can check him out. He was actually at training camp the entire week out there. I was talking to him a lot. He was telling me, don't read into all this Facebook guru nonsense out there. You want to know the real deal. When I hop on, we'll talk.
I can't wait to talk to this guy. I'm excited. Exactly. I'm very excited.
Exactly. And also, guys, listen, if you're a Cowboy fan, this was just confirmed tonight. If you're just checking in, we have a legend coming on the show in about 3 to 4 weeks.
Yes, very exciting.
Yes, Mr. Jim Jeffcoat himself.
One of my favorite Cowboys, honestly.
He'll be hopping on the show. I talked to him today. He will be hopping on the show. He'll be out of the United States for the next 3 weeks doing some charity work over it as well. So he will be hopping on with it. I'm so stoked about that.
Big Double J. Yes, I love it.
JJ himself will be hopping on.
JJ himself.
Yes. And also, if you're a Giants fan, we have Byron Williams coming on the show. And
that's huge, too, for those big blue power hour guys. Yes. And girls.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Well, I don't know about Stacy, but,
of course. Come on now.
Yeah. I don't know about Stacy, but, yeah. Anyway, yeah. When you know someone for over 30 years, it's just like
somebody's swimming down there in Texas.
Yeah, it must be nice to have a pool.
Yeah,
must be nice. Yeah, must be nice. But Stacy says, "Jeez, I know, Stacy. I love you. You know that. Girl.
I'm coming down, Stace. I'm gonna swim down with you, girl."
Speaking of that, I think we should have an out of the box party down at Stacy's house. I think that's what we.
I'm coming, Stace.
When the Giants play the Cowboys, I think that week, Dave, all of us.
Let's go.
And, this way we can hang in the pool a little bit.
Yeah.
I promise I'll be a good boy down there. I promise I won't get in any trouble. I won't get kicked out.
Party at Stacy's. Let's go.
Exactly. But Dave, next week we have Rudy Reyes hopping on. Next week we'll talk about training.
Very exciting.
Camp as well. Getting into more of training camp, and hopefully we'll have some great news with with Zac Martin, of course. Stacy says, "Come on down." All right, I'm going to hold you to that, Stacy.
Let's go.
Definitely am.
Nice.
Still thinking about coming down there for Thanksgiving. I'm not sure if I can get down there, but thinking about it.
Okay.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, Stace, for coming.
If I can get the boss to
Turkey at Stacy.
sign that trip. No, you don't want Stacy's cooking. No, please.
No.
I know Boston Market's out of the question now that they're gone, but let's see. I don't know.
Hey, whatever's down there.
Yeah, whatever. No, Stacy's a great cook. She's a great cook.
I'm sure she is. She is.
Yeah, right. Anyway, but Dave, listen, as we always do, brother. Let's before we get out of here, let's just say it. Let's give us our final thoughts, Dave. What do you have?
Final thoughts. Everybody, football is back. Football is back. Get excited. Get very excited. Training camp, I know, 3 weeks? Is that 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks?
Yeah, well, you figure it's September, first week of September, so we basically have, 4 games total, so about 4 weeks, yeah.
And good luck if you're doing fantasy football, good luck with that. I hope everybody's, if you're in a, not nice. If you're doing fantasy football, good luck with your draft. I hope it works out for you. Just be careful who's hurt, who's not, and just watch your bye weeks too, because I'm the worst at that. I'll be honest with you. And enjoy August because school starts next month. So
damn,
letting you know.
Damn.
I mean, kids down south actually school starts soon too, but up here it doesn't start till September. So
Okay, yeah, so I was gonna say it just starts September, first week of September. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, after Labor Day weekend, I believe.
Yep. Mhm. All right. My final thoughts were, what we need to do is we need to do the obvious. Number one, we need to sign Zac Martin. Number one, I want to hear some good news.
I forgot about. I was going to say that, but yes, sign Zac Martin.
Other than that, we need to stay healthy. Keep working as a team. Keep that vicious ambition to go against each other. Diggs versus Dak. Let's keep that going. Get it out there, and let's just keep going. Number one.
I'm sure they'll kiss and make up eventually.
Of course. I mean, that's one thing I like to see is, guys going against the best versus the best out there. Of course, I want to see that. So continue that. Stay healthy, number one. And listen, football's back. I'm so glad. I'm stoked about it. I'm starting to practice this week. We already put on pads. Tonight was our first night of pads.
Oh,
so
cool.
So stoked about it. So, man, I'm out there living my days, watching kids hit again. So I'm having fun with it. But other than that, guys, listen out there, Cowboy Nation, even if you're not a part of Cowboy Nation, then listen. Today, I don't know if you guys know this, but today is, FYI, it's National Call a Mets Fan Day to make sure they're okay.
Oh, I heard that. Yes.
So, I want to do my due diligence out there and, check into it. But I welcome that too. If you know any Mets fans out there, please check up on them. I checked up on Ken Fry. He's okay.
Is he okay? Is he all right?
Nelson is actually an Amish Mets fan who does a podcast as well.
Well, his Mets are down to the Royals 4-0 tonight. Come on.
That's what I mean. Please, he's up to 12 o'clock tonight. Please do me a favor, check in on a Mets fan tonight. Please listen. You heard it here first. All Cowboy fans are not that bad. We want it. We care. So out there, it's FY. It's National. Check on a Mets Fan Day.
It's actually check on Ken Friday too. Hope he's okay.
There's a lot of Mets out there. I mean, I know there's a lot down in Philadelphia.
That's my partner. That's my partner.
I understand that, Dave. You better check on him. Okay, you better call his ass up and check on him. Give him the atomic drop call and check on his ass.
I definitely will.
Because Dave, I guarantee if you're down driving Philly tonight, you're going to see a lot of those Mets heads jumping off the wall at Whitman Bridge.
Oh, man.
So, Dave, do your due diligence. Go out there and say, guys, I've been waiting 27 years. It's okay.
It's okay.
Sit down. It's okay. All right.
Oh, the Mets are being the Mets.
Yes, exactly.
Man, they got rid of everybody in that squad. My God.
They did, man. All I can say
Verlander and Scherzer and Van. God, the whole Kana. I mean, they got rid of a lot of guys.
And they're losing to the Royals with 2 games in a row.
Hey, how about this Kansas City Royals?
Hey, I told you, man, I'm going to put a bet on them. I should have took them for the series, but hey,
it is what it is.
But Dave, you ready to get out of here?
Actually, before we do,
yes, sir.
My man Adam made a comment yesterday on the show, and he said, "Well, the Nationals have a better record than the Mets." You know what? I may reconsider that. I said no, but you never know. I don't know.
I did ask Ken that today on the show, and he's like, "I don't think so, but it's pretty damn near going to be close."
Adam brought it up yesterday on the extra innings show, and I was like, "Yeah."
Yes, he did.
You never know,
man. But Dave, next week we have Rudy on, and then the week after that we'll probably get into the schedule, start going into the schedule maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
that'll definitely be
fun. Scheduling yet, depending on what we do sign. I don't want to, say
it's still early.
Yeah, it's still too early. I don't know who's going to be cut, signed, whatever, because we're still at like 84 people on the roster right now.
That's why I don't understand. That's why I don't understand people who do fantasy football so early, because guys get cut and you don't know who's going to make it.
Oh, speaking of fantasy football, Dave, we are going to have a fantasy football league this year on Out of the Box.
Oh, really?
We're going to have 10 people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it 7 Out of the Box members this year. And I'm going to have 3 people outside the network. If they want to hop in, they can join us as well. It's
that's nice.
PPR league as well. It's $20. And like last year, what we did is, I don't know, this one guy won it. I think his name is Maiko. I think. Oh, that's me. That's me.
I heard Mr. Fuji 2.0 is after that guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I did win the thing last year, and I think
congratulations!
It was $180 that I won because I had to pay myself, of course. So it was $180, but we donated from Out of the Box to the DeMar Hamlin Fund. We did that last year out of the Box's name, so we did that. But I'm looking this year to go back to back.
Oh, okay, champ. We hear you.
Yep. And I think the winner this year is going to probably get a sign like that, out of the box.
Okay.
With the years on the bottom like that. That's something we're going to do.
Well, let's just put this in perspective. I wasn't in it last year, so just letting you know.
Dave, the funny thing is I started 0.
Am I invited? Am I actually invited to this? Because I didn't even know anything about it until now.
I just thought about it today. I was like, you know what?
You're doing something I don't even know about. What's going on here?
We got to do this because I'm still pissed off at you because you hurt my boy, Mr. Fuji.
Oh, him and I, we got a little beef going. But
what did you do with him? By the way, what did you do with him?
It's what he did to me.
No, what did you do with him? Because you guys, I know.
I locked him in a closet.
Dave, he actually lives with me, and I can't find him. He's not in his house, Dave.
I put him in the closet. Go
Which
find
one?
him. That's the one you got to figure out.
All I know is he commented on Ken's show today, and he says it's very dark, he's hungry, and there's roaches in here. Now, I don't have roaches in my house. I have no roaches in my house.
Poor Mr. Fuji.
I want to know where the hell you put him anyway. But,
he's upstairs.
I'm upstairs, Dave, in the podcast room.
Okay.
Listen,
well,
if you're out there and you want to join our Out of the Box Fantasy Football League, message me. We'll get you signed up. We're taking 3 people. It's bragging rights. We have fun with it. We'll have a live draft, and maybe we did it last year. We had the live draft on our show, so maybe we'll do that again. Who knows? Out of the box, we do everything impossible to have fun here. So
there you go.
Dave, man, listen, we'll be back next week. Are you ready to get out of here, Dave?
I am ready to get out of here.
All right.
Is Stacy still swimming? What's going on with her?
She probably drowned already. Probably drowned already. You know how Giants are. If Danny Jones falls on the football field, Stacy probably fall in the pool. Yeah. But anyway, you know how they are. But guys, listen, like I said, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate all the viewers out there. Listen, we don't bite. Check. We had 18 viewers live. So listen, if you're out there, check into us. Say hello.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. I don't know why you guys don't check in. We love
check it. They're probably scared because you get the atomic drop to Mr. Fuji.
Hey, Mr. Fuji.
But like I said, guys, hey, listen, thanks for tuning in. Number one, like, share, subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're all over there. Going to iHeartRadio in a couple of weeks as well for audio. But listen, I'm going to do my diligence one more part. If you know a Mets fan, please check in on them today, okay?
Yes, please check in on the Mets fans.
Please,
yes.
Been there, done that. So I cut trees. I don't go crazy on myself, but check into a Mets fan out there because they're not doing well for this season.
Actually, they lost to the Royals 4-0.
Yeah, yep. Please give them a call because they just lost to the Royals 2 games back-to-back. So please do me a favor. Check into your Mets fan as well, okay?
Yep.
All right, brother, you ready to get out of here?
Yep, let's go.
All right, Cowboy Nation. My name is Paul Spencer, and of course, I am with the showstopper, Mr. Dave Yarnell, and we will see you next Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Until then, stay tuned.
Go, boys, go!
That's right. We'll see you next week.